Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. And this is a love letter to Arkeis. It's an amazing Kickstarter from 2019. So let's jump right to the Kickstarter right after this.
The next social stretch goal on KiS 102.4 is the 250 subscriber. Subscribe today and unlock new music that will change the music in all the videos in the future. You could be part of the evolution.
Look at this, Arkeis. Yep, a cooperative story-driven campaign board game, as well as a dungeon crawler mode that is not story-driven. Ooh. You can see this great picture here with like advertising what is in this campaign, but we're going to go down and check it out. Now, late pledge will be open till June 30th. June 30th, and this is dripping with amazing art and amazing theme of the Egyptian type, which is super popular at the minute. And yeah, let's go down slowly. The game didn't explode. It just got around over 300,000 euros, but it got 3,500 backers, which is still a great achievement. But nonetheless, and Kima, one of my favorite Kickstarter companies now, they blew this out of the water. Blew it out of the water. Let's go down. Great video. And now the basic pledge is 90 euros, but they had so much juicy add-ons that you can expect to pay more for this if you really fall in love with this project. Although what you're seeing here is what you get in your 90 euro pledge. You are going to get most of this. It does include lots of minis you can see here, which are absolutely amazing. If I'm looking at this, I can't really spot anything. I'm not spotting any of the stuff that you don't get from the add-on, so that's a nice picture. That's your 90 euro unlock. Now, you can see as well, some of these minis are massive. They are very, very big. Alright. Now, one of my first complaints about this was the deluxe pledge had stuff that I didn't want to have. The dice pouch, no thank you. Extra dice sets that are deluxe, no thank you. And they kind of put the pledge up. You can actually get rid of the dice pouch and the dice sets and upgrade your coins, for example. You'll see that when we get into the add-ons. It is strange that they didn't put coins in here. But it is what it is. I mean, you could go a la carte, French company, a la carte add-ons. Very nice. Oh, I do like this logo for Arkeis. What are they doing? 1 to 5, very soloable. Even the random dungeon, the random dungeons that was unlocked, that is also solo. The random dungeons, by the way, that is going to be, it's random via cards, not an app. So you basically shuffling through a deck, and there's a random boss. There's 10 bosses that you can fight in that. And there's also a hardcore mode that has been unlocked as well if you fancy taking out really tough enemies during it as well, but like turning it into a raid challenge. And of course you could potentially script it yourself because it's not going to come scripted. Now the art is so amazing in this game, and you can see like this key here. How they're drawing the objects to look like artifacts is great, really is. Because you're an archaeologist who's actually like Indiana Jones as a team. So that's how it is. Now the game, oh my god, this picture, love it, a black pyramid. If you didn't know this, the original pyramid in Giza, it had a gold top on it, and when the sun would shine, it used to reflect this almost laser off the top of it all around for like 300 kilometers, I think you could see it from. So if you go to Vegas, or you've got a casino in your city, they might be shining these massive searchlights in the sky at night. Or well, this is what the pyramid was doing 5,000 years ago. It is great. If I win $1 million, I'm going to build one of these here in Mexico and have it as an ice skating rink. Like a pyramid, a black pyramid. I think it looks cool. And of course, you've got to keep the building very cool, because it gets to 45 degrees here in the summer. No, thank you. Amazing team, dream team of French exquisite designers. Very, very good. 30 hours of gameplay. It is replayable. A little controversy during the campaign over this. And the free dungeon crawler mode for infinite replayability. Okay, yeah, that's very good. Yeah, the art, gotta absolutely fall in love with this art. It's so good. All right. Now the stretch goals. This camp mechanic is very cool. The story campaign is actually a legacy game, and when you do the first scenario, you will go and settle in your camp, and the camp is a book, and in this book you can pay for camp upgrades. You can see here, this is a sticker that will go in your book, and it's like an explorer equips a healing potion. So when you go to your camp, you can get something nice from your upgrades. So when you go into your next scenario, you can get all the stuff that these cards are giving you. So this is like a mini unlock system that you're doing yourself. It's your own little tech tree that you can influence, your team can influence to create this. The controversy was the stickers, that you would have to buy a recharge pack, and they were indeed selling you this as an add-on, but so much furore over this that they ended up making them reusable stickers. Mahaha! Power to the people! You mentioned the word stickers and rechargeable packs on Kickstarter, and you've got yourself a hot potato. Even Frosthaven is doing replaceable stickers. They've got an add-on for it straight away in the box. That should be more controversy. Anyway, these plastic doors look great. In fact, Monster Slaughter on the expansion to that, they produce plastic doors for that too. We're still waiting for that expansion to deliver, but COVID-19 and all the delays and all that. But look at the detail in these doors. I love, you've got the Ankh sign, you've got the little the eye in the bottom left. All looking stunning, isn't it? Not only the doors, I mean, you're coming with 3D rooms here, thick card. Now the embalmer here, I like it that each boss gets its own kind of deck. You'll see this as we go down. Experience cards. So you have when you level up, you do have a pool of abilities you can choose from. Some abilities cost more experience than others. You might be able to unlock a very good one, or you might be able, with the same amount of experience, unlock maybe 2 or 3. So it all depends. And yeah, it is looking very, very cool. Look at these monster cards, just stunning. Oh, I'm going to be saying this about 50 times as we go down, because it just blew me away. I like Robert Pierce here. He evokes the sense that it is the kind of 1900. Definitely pre-World War One, anyway, that kind of era. British Empire still in Africa, along with the other empires of Europe. So yes, it does look very dashing, doesn't he? Yes, a lot of these are Kickstarter exclusive. We shall see when we go down. But yeah, some nice promo cards. And just look at the item cards. It's almost as good as the museum's art. That was absolutely with Vincent Dutrait. So Vincent Dutrait, French. This artist team must be coming from France, French dev team. So what is going on in France with art? Amazing stuff. I guess it's an influence of the Louvre in your country and all. I don't think so. All I'm saying is the art from France at the minute is hot. Look at this guy, like a hippopotamus guy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. And I like the mini has got extra etching in, because the concept art here, the very fine cuts here on the plate, you're not going to see that in the mini. So they have done extra cutting here because they appreciate that these are going to be painted, and they look to see how the paint will go on these, so they don't Mickey Mouse you with minis. You can go on YouTube and look at professional painting from Monster Slaughter and see how great they do look. They are amazing minis that this company do. Yeah, the 5th player unlocked, so which is nice. More experience cards, more type of bosses. Look at this guy, he looks horrible and really dynamic pose. Love this. Trauma cards. Yeah, sometimes, you're not going to die, you're going to take trauma, and this could be something, like a broken leg, broken finger, or a cut to your thigh, or something like this. It's actually going to slow you down during the campaign. Potentially you'll get to heal that, though. Hopefully in the camp there'll be medical upgrades and things like this. No, we're talking, look at a lion head. Not just a lion head though, look, the person's holding up a snake. Ooh. I don't know. If you look at the concept art here, there is like a snake here, but it doesn't go around the person, but the miniature designer has put the snake going round the back of the mini up into the other arm. It looks amazing. Man, it's really good. And what I like about this is there's like a upper chest plate here, but down here is the body of this character, and it's like really white skinned. It's really unique. I love this mini. Like this strange character. Yes, additional scenario, a special standalone. This is interesting. If you look here, these characters, these are player boards, peeps. You could potentially play these people. Yeah, puts you in the skin of the Guardians and lets you play against the humans. Ooh. I wonder if you could play a 1 versus 1. You can do anything in your random dungeons, peeps, but you've got a big play set here. You really do. Some nice camp upgrades, and look at these, like a gym. Love it. I love how they've done these. They look really cool. Yes, an official soundtrack. Keep it coming. We love all this extra stuff. 12 scenarios, so the legacy is getting bigger as the campaign goes through. This is great. This is the hardcore mode for the dungeon crawl part, the random dungeon. These are going to be much harder than what you get in the legacy game, maybe. Flying scarabs, linen finish, over 550 cards. Oh my goodness, that's going to take hours to sleeve. The final XP stretch. And yeah, some more good stuff. You can see here some are costing 1 XP point, some are costing 3. So there is that. And we've not even mentioned Mima, who is an add-on. We'll go down to her soon. Is your group ready for the Mummy's Tomb? Well, are you ready for the Mummy's Tomb? Din, din, din. Animal companions. We didn't hear much of this on the campaign, as it was there was a lot of activity. But in the description it says, not every critter you encounter is out to get you, but taming these will give you a beast. So you're not going to just get this card when you see it. You've actually got to tame it. Potentially knock it on the head with a hammer. I don't know what they're going to do here. But certainly the team is super inventive, and I love the concept of an animal companion. Look at this. I really need to look at my monkeys, because I'm saying baboon? I don't know. It's got a body of a gorilla, though. I don't know. If you know what that is, put it in the description. Any monkey aficionados? Alright, let's go down. And isn't it funny, we've come this far down, we've not seen the board. Yes, look at this, I love this. Now, Monster Slaughter uses the same technique, but it has walls, and it is very thick and sturdy. The biggest complaint with Monster Slaughter was that the cardboard doors, because you were pulling them in and out, they were the ones getting frayed. And with the expansion they gave plastic doors. Well, here's Arkeis from the same dev team. Plastic doors out the gate. They realised cardboard doors not up to snuff, so they have come out the gate with plastic doors. Fantastic. This is listening to backers, realising what they want and giving them, and it's actually influencing future Kickstarters. Yes! Wow, doesn't it look great? So you are going to be building tiles, and you're not always going to be in a tomb. There's going to be some scenarios you're going across the desert. Ooh. These tiles you can flip over, and potentially, we don't know it completely, but this big one could also be a desert tile. So you've got kind of indoor tiles and outdoor tiles on these. These awesome little card deck holders here. This is for each character, and you can, between scenario, put all your tokens and your cards in the deck box. This is great, because if you're playing with a team, you just play your play session, put all your tokens in the deck boxes, stick it in the box. When you come to play next day or next session, you just pull out your bag or your box and set up your player for the next scenario. It's super cool, and I love that they're calling it a backpack. It sounds phenomenal, really does. It's that little attention to detail here that is kind of pushing it out. You can see also here these player cards, they have picked up some abilities and they slot into your character's board here. So you see this one is a weapon, so it goes on the weapon section, and you can only hold one for each item on your board, unless there's a special something that potentially you could hold two. Now you can see backer exclusives. There's not much backer exclusives, but as it is destined for retail, what's kind of nice is they put the Kickstarter stuff as the exclusives, so that'll be interesting. Now we got the Sandworm expansion. This may come to retail for $30, so this is a great bargain. You also get a lot in here. A camp tile, nice. Some double-sided trap tiles. Yes, yeah, they're going to be full of traps. These these dungeons, and yeah. So it says replayable. I do like this. 44 cards in this box, though. It is a nice expansion, really is. The Master Assassin. Now, this guy is a playable character. And, I don't know, isn't he really interesting? Look at this shoulder piece of, I don't know, is it a dog? I don't know what this is, but it's certainly got that Egyptian theme, and I love this black and gold. Oh. Great characters, I love them. Rebecca, Riat, Eleanor, and Frank with a robotic arm. Look at this. It is supposed to be somewhat steampunk, the game. The items and this character, obviously steampunk, and some of the bosses are steampunk, like the big robot that they have. Oh, yes, look at these enemies. It's dripping in theme. Dripping in theme. High Priestess. What's she casting on you there? Look at her fingernails. Ooh. And mechanical mummies. I love this. A steampunk mummy. And look at these poses, though. Oh, they look super dynamic. They're very, very cool every minute. They're not just standing there. You know, if you look at the Ankh minis, Ankh's minis are more like a chess. It's like a chessboard Ankh, isn't it? Where you're moving your chess pieces around. You know, combat is limited in Ankh, whereas here it's all about combat. So it makes sense for all the heroes to be in the dynamic pose. I love this tomb robber. It's like a pirate of the day. So very, very cool. Some of these you get to play as well, which is interesting. Oh, I love the smoke coming out of the eyes. Is it the eyelashes? See if you can get that bit of paint on there. And he's holding this little dog. It's like a chihuahua, Egyptian chihuahua. Handbag dog for the Egyptians. Oh man, this scorpion looks so much better than the Ankh scorpion that they've done. I think it's the worst mini that Ankh are doing is the scorpion. This one looks wicked, doesn't it? Oh man. I love the fact that its legs are mummified as well. It's like got a little bit of the old, little bit of the new, little bit of steampunk, little bit of the original scorpion in there. Fantastic. Even the snake here's got armor plating on. Look, and looks like the steampunk drill at the end of the. That looks ace, doesn't it? Well, here is the steampunk, and you've got this kind of weird guy in the middle here. Ooh. Or is that just the eyes of this big golem? Massive fists, look at this! These are other super big minis as well, and here's the Sphinx, which could be the end game. And, you know, the end boss. And, yes, chunky mini, again, for the painters out there to get all this detail on. And, yeah, you're going to have a ball painting this. Oh. Great sandworm, and look at this guy with 4 arms. two hands. This is a 2-handed staff. Love it. On one side. A mace here, this fourth hand, what are you going to do? Well, if he's got an itchy nose, he can keep his weapons in his hand and itch his nose. Totally practical. I love the headdress has this kind of stone look up here. It is nice. There's even like cracks in the stone here. Really nice. Really love it. Yep. Your play minis, nice 36. I really hate the 24 and smaller minis, so this is nice 36. And of course you're going to get this great sense of scale in the dungeon or in the desert when you meet these things. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah, modular rooms, doors, lots of search tokens, double-sided boards. Sometimes look at this, steampunk rooms. Oh yes. We heard you. The game will come with reusable stickers so you can replay the legacy game. Yes! Double-sided player boards. Okay, so you're going to flip these and get these enemies. Ooh. These are the tuck boxes. They're very cool. Your little luggages that you get. It's one for each character. I don't know if we can see this, but I guess they should have the name of the character on it. You don't want to be going like, oh, did I have the red one or was it the orange one? Oh, I can't even remember my colour. Yeah, so we're going to go down to the... Oh, we can kind of see some trauma cards. I'll just mention these here. You get bloody eyes. You get a sprained backs. You got a hemorrhage. Oh no, you're bleeding. So yeah, they're gonna not going to kill you, but potentially again slow down what you can be doing in the game. This is for the random dungeon, and you're getting a bunch of scenario cards that you can use in them. These are often used in Legacy game, and the Legacy game is going to have these scripted into each event. So I don't think there's going to be a random treasures. It's all going to be scripted because they need to balance your hero power as you're going through the game. But again, these art is great, isn't it? Look at these scenario crates. This is kind of the legacy where you're going to open a box. So this is nice. But this kind of reminds me of City of Angels Detective. Where each scenario has its own deck box, and they're kind of doing this, that each scenario has its own little box. It's nice. Now for me, the custom dice look cool. If you go down to the dice, instead of, well, I'll take them, I go down to the dice, but the original dice here, they're the ones I'm kind of happy with. There's your game tokens. There was nothing pushing this stuff, not upgrading the tokens, whereas you can see Ank is pushing it out because it can't push out story, it can't push out legacy and stuff. The Ank is just a, you know, a one-off game that doesn't continue into the next one. Or they do have a scenario pack on Ank. I'm very curious what that is. But anyway, this is all about, predominantly all about the story coming in. This guy, Robert Pierce, this guy's from Monster Slaughter. Yes, Monster Slaughter backers. Young Robert Pierce is based off Bullwhip Walton Mini, so you can use it to explore Arkeis' campaign. If you don't have Monster Slaughter, or you can't be bothered pulling the mini out of the box every time you play Arkeis, you can buy this as an add-on, his mini. Now here's a deluxe pledge. Now Mima here, she is phenomenal. This is a great character you can pick from. and she comes with her own scenario as well, so get a bit more with her. For me, she's essential. She really is. The dice bag, not essential. Dice pouch, as they call it. And the playmat tidies up the game. There wasn't much said about this, but if you want a playmat, I wanted the playmat. Then you can allocate it together. Anyway, we'll go down to the add-ons now. So get some extra dice. You can. They do have a deluxe set of them, and this is one of my beefs, is why doesn't the deluxe pledge come with the dice out? Because you're going to have an odd mix. You're going to have your 8 in the box, and then you're going to get a set 1 and set 2. So you've got like these original dice and then these pimped up dice. You're going to have all that in here. It's weird. Take the dice out and put the coins in here. I don't know why I'm saying that. The campaign's over. This is the reset kit. It's a little bit... why would you buy this? Well, if you're playing this campaign with your wife and your kids want to play the campaign, well, they can have a separate logbook is the only reason you'd probably want this. If there's 2 play groups playing the same box. These coins were voted on by the community, and we all wanted round, roughed edges, and we got them, and they look great. Yeah, only 1 playmat is needed for the whole group. Place for everything. Nice. It is kind of, if you look at the cost of this, €15 for a playmat, and you look at Sanctuary on Kickstarter right now, that'll give you 2 playmats out of the box. I have to imagine that this playmat is fairly big for the price. Here she is. She comes with her own tuck box. More cards to put in the game, so it's an expansion. You get a great mini, and she is tough. This lady is tough. And even though this is a starting scenario to bring it in, the starting scenario is not a beginner scenario by any means. It's basically you're going to be learning how she can really attack. She's attack focused character, big time. Now, that Sphinx that they were talking about, the end boss, is an expansion, and you need to add this in. Ooh. Or do you? It says, do you want to confront the mighty Sphinx again? So this is an additional scenario that extends the campaign even further. So this is pushing the legacy game past the end of its original content. So this is another essential add-on. And you can get any of these minis in the Pledge Manager, which we'll take a look at. Yeah, get another look at this art. Looking at the camp, looks fantastic. What an amazing Kickstarter it really was. Oh man, look at that train. And yes, you got great videos to introduce you to these characters. The videos are great. The videos are great. They have videos with the designers, which are great as well, especially the Anton Bowser video. That one is really good too. I don't know, you might have to go to the Akima YouTube channel to get that though. Shipping, we were in the South America group at €40, so it wasn't too bad for the amount of stuff we were pledging for. So that was all okay with us. Alright, let's go up to the late pledge. Just a reminder, you've got till June 30th to get your finances in order. And you can see here on the late pledge, lots more peeps came in. Actually, more than the Kickstarter have come into here. So it's interesting how late pledges work, isn't it? For those companies not doing it. It certainly looks like the price has gone up by €1 on these two things, which is kind of interesting that it did. Alright, so let's say I'm going to go a la carte. So let's go pre-order 91. Let's show you what happens. Okay. Yada, 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 yada. We'll go Bahrain. Alright, well. I just want to show you this add-ons. Right, so we're confirming selection is in English. So you've got French or English, you're going to choose which one you're there. This one's coming free. You need to say that English too. Okay. Now here it is. Oh my goodness. This die set, remember here you're getting 2 sets for 8. Here is 1 set for 8. So these are very expensive. And if you're going to replace these two out of the box, it's going to be €16. And if you want more of these, oh, the dice are killing me. Alright, we saw this on the page. These coins are going to have a bit of heft to them, I understand, at €13, and they're going to be fairly big. So none of these small metal coins we're getting to see, which is kind of why they're up at €13. Why does that say images? Neoprene playmat is the first image. Playmat neoprene. Is one French, one English? I don't know. The manager was here, would ask her. She's also French speaker. So here's the Sphinx add-on. You must put this on, and Mima, I recommend you put this on. This is €18 because it adds, it's like an expansion to the box. It's not just a scenario. So there is more here. Now, as we go down, the minis. You can get another mini if you wish. This is just an add-on if you want this mini for role-playing. If you want these characters in roleplay, you can pledge for these. Some of them are very limited. You can see here there's only one left, it says, of these. The Master Assassin. This guy's coming anyway in your box, so you don't need to worry about this. I'm just coming down to show you all these if anyone is interested in looking at them. I want to point out one of them. So we get on. Here he is, Bullwhip Walton. This is the guy from Monster Slaughter. If you want to use this character's mini, you can add him in here for €9. Oh my goodness, he's expensive. He really is. So you want to play with Indiana Jones and you've not got Monster Slaughter, that is going to be €9 on top. Alright, let's make a pledge here. Let's see how much it would be. You're looking at $200. That is what you're looking at. Because a lot of this stuff is like great. Alright, so let's say I'm coming in here and I don't want these nice dice, but an extra die set would be nice. Okay. Bag, no, but yes, metallic coins, I definitely want that. Let's say, oh, playmat, I want the playmat. Yes. Oh, the Sphinx expansion. Yes. And I need to set language again. Meme expansion, that is like a mini expansion to the game. So yes, we want her. She's adding new items, stuff like that, which will be great for the random dungeon. All this is coming in the box. But because I do. If you don't own Monster Slaughter, you need Robert Pierce or Bullwhip Walton. Alright, and now you're sitting at... Oh, this has got shipping for Bahrain. Bahrain shipping. But very loosely there, it's 161 euros, which is going on $200 with shipping. Very expensive game. It suddenly got very expensive when you put all those add-ons. You know, the base is 91, the add-ons 75, and you're not going to get these at retail, potentially. Potentially not at retail. So take your shipping to your country. But yeah, as you can see, it's not exactly it's a huge list of add-ons that you've got to pick from. Well, there you go. That's my top tip of what add-ons I would go for. As we'll wrap up this love letter now, but absolutely incredible. Let me just list them here. Hang on. Yeah, so if you're coming in here, then what's this Arkeis late pledge 50 thing here? Is that, I don't know. Is that the shipping? I don't know what that is. It looks like it's shipping. These are the add-ons then. So yeah, extra dice recommended. If you're playing with 5 people, you need more dice. Metallic coins. Yes, of course we want that. Playmat. Yes, we want the playmat, especially if it fits in the box and it tidies up the main space and it makes the table present looks good. Yes. Sphinx expansion. Yes, we want that extra late end games expansion. We do. And the Mima, the box expansion with extra content, scenario, and new character. Yes, we do. Ouch, 5 add-ons, and it's not put Robert Bruce here. You might have to put him on here. Why did Robert Bruce not go on the add-on list? He is on it. He's not in here. Anyway, what is with that? Well, there you go, guys. This has been Arkeis, a love letter to an amazing Kickstarter, up for late pledge, and you got to the June 30th, third time you're saying this now, to pre-order it. An amazing legacy game like no other, from Egypt, roughly playing about 150 years ago, steampunk world with a amazing random dungeon also been added to the campaign, which also has its own hardcore mode and has 10 unique bosses that you'll fight in it. Very, very good across the deck. And just want to leave you some extra art that I've pulled out of the updates, which are all fun to go through if you do late pledge. Let me just switch to that. Man, if you look at the art now, these are for like the item cards you pick up. The art is frankly amazing. This is why we're finishing off with the art. Just look at this, a nice beautiful crossbow. Amazing. As you can see here, it looks like a golden dagger, looking amazing too. This is nice art of the expansion that we're getting free with the Kickstarter, which is the Sandworm. And wow, does it look ferocious, doesn't it? Oh, man. Notice it's also got armor too and chains going around it. What is going on? It must be amazing lore behind this game. I'm telling you how it got steampunk. But yeah, what are you going to do if that comes out of the ground? Ouch. Also, another great image here of a desk with some kind of dagger that's been pulled. A piece of paper. You can see here the quill and pen, again dating it, and some mysterious pot on the table with some amazing... It looks like the smoke is coming from the pot. I wonder what this is. It's possibly something you find inside one of the dungeons, and maybe it puts a curse on you. Who knows? The next one shows a 4-player game when they come up against the Sphinx, which is the end boss. And very nice chamber room here with sand swirling around. It looks very mysterious. Obviously the only light in the room is coming from your torches here. It is pitch black, and at the minute this looks like a statue of the Sphinx. It doesn't look like it's going to be animated here, so who knows where this is in the story, but amazing captured concept art, looking frankly top notch. Here we see a mini of the expansion where you get Mima. Excuse me. I love her flip-flops and big feet. I love how her foot's hanging off the edge of the plate at the bottom. And again, it's a chunky, nice and chunky, so you can really paint these details. I love it. And yeah, she looks stunning. This is definitely an expansion worth getting. And next we get to see the concept art of Mima here. These art pieces are great to help you paint up the minis, truly. And get a good look inside of a tomb here. I love the pillars, detail in the pillars here. The the Egyptian writing. Excuse me. Now we see another piece of artifact here. This is of some goggles, looking cool as well. Man, this is what I mean. All the art cards have been painted immensely beautiful. It's a treat to behold this game. It really is. Next, we take another look at one of the minis here. The guy with 4 arms up close. And just look at the detail in his headdress here. It is like a python going around a pendant on his head. It looks cool. And even coming out the side of his cheeks, he has some strange thing coming out there, 2 on each side. Or it's potentially a weird mustache. I don't know. But you've got like the cool Egyptian beards here that they tie up. I like that. I do like that feature very much. So it's all cool. And you can see also the armor here looks a little bit like battle worn. On his right palder there on the shoulder, you can see that's obviously been in combat there, and his left rib cage, it looks to be a little bit injured too, and of course he is bandaged up around pieces as well, and yeah, it's cool. Alright, that wraps up the art for us, just showing off some that they showed us through the updates. It's been an amazing experience telling you all about this fantastic Kickstarter from 2019. This has been Arkeis. You're listening. It was a love letter to Arkeis. So this has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You've listened to myself, Lipstickpaddy. You take care and stay safe, and bye bye for now.